What's going on, guys? It's Dev, Mr. DEV, bringing you to another video, but this time it's gonna be about story time. A good old little story I have back when I sound country. Jesus Christ. Let me go ahead and get rid of country acid if I can. But back to the topic on hand. I'm gonna tell y'all about a little story. Back when I used to valet, when I was valeting, I have tons of stories. I'll probably tell more later on. Never know. It's been a couple years since I've been out the valet game. It used to be a great job, made money. I'm talking about rolling cash. Like every week we was in there every week. Like there was no drought. I'll tell you what, it was no drought. But the pandemic came through and ruined everything, and now the drought is definitely a drought, and I'm not sure if they have recovered yet, but I have moved on to different careers and I am doing well. I do miss valeting, I really do, but it is better. It's for the better means of living, I will say that. But besides all that, so this story is about a time where one of my co-workers, I don't know if he's still there now. I think he moved on, but one of my co-workers I was working with at the time, he took a car on the highway, not on purpose, on accident. And this is how it played out, right? So boom, beginning of the shift. So I get there, I'm looking at the list, see who I'm work with. I see his name pop up. I'm gonna call him Malik. Let's call him Malik. So I see Malik's name pop up. I said, oh yeah, it's gonna be a good shift. We're gonna be chilling, we're gonna be vibing. It's just there, right? So I get there, he gets there about the same time. We go ahead, set up, we do our thing. So he chilling out. He got his sunglasses on, he got his AirPods in, he listening to music, I'm listening to music. We just vibing, conversating every now and then. It was a nice day anyway. So we know our evening rush is coming. It's coming up. So we sitting there, we chill, we just waiting on the rush. So boom, the rush hits. We taking cars up, coming back down, taking cars up, coming back down. Before I continue the story, we was parking cars in a parking deck at the time, and it was in an area. Well, it was kind of in an uppity area. You had money to be around that area. I mean, you could be around that area without money, but everything was far beyond a reasonable price range, I would say. So in this area, you have the main strip that goes through it, and you go a block down, you have to make two rights to get inside the parking deck. Well, if you miss that second right, you're going to end up on the main highway, or you're going to end up on the interstate. And I'll get to that there in a minute, right? So back at it, the rush comes in. We handling cars up, down, up, down, up, down, and we start getting to the end of our little rush, right? So this car pulls up. I greet the customer, hey, how you doing? Yeah, that's me, this is your fee, whatever. So took care of the customer, handed them their ticket, got their keys. As I'm about to walk and take care of another customer, I turn around, I see him coming out, I say, hey man, you know what to do. In fact, that was one thing about working with him. You never had to tell him what to do. He was always on it. He was right there on it. He saw the obvious and took off with it, right? So I didn't have to say a thing. I just put the keys inside the car, rolled the window down. He came in, he took it, did his thing. So I'm greeting the car. I greet the next car. He takes off with the car. And after I get done greeting the next car, I pull it up and I'm walk back to the stand because it's at the end of our rush now. So I'm sitting there and I'm chilling. I'm like, dang, he taking a little too long. What's going on? And I'm not thinking nothing bad because it's a parking deck. If too many cars coming down at the same time, going up at the same time, it's gonna take some time to park that car. Or if you're in a tight spot, it's gonna take some time because we wanted to make sure the vehicle was taken care of. We didn't want no problems. We didn't want to deal with our manager. We didn't want to deal with our customers because a lot of the customers, I ain't gonna lie to you, some of them were dickheads. Like that's how some people are. So we always try to do the best beyond happiest reactions and all this. The happier they are, the less they're out our hair. No problems at all. Nothing but positive vibes. We all good, right? So, boom, we sitting there. I'm sitting there. I'm like, man, homie's taking a long time. Like, something weird. So I ain't tripping on it. And another car pulls up. So I do my thing. I greet the person. Hey, welcome to this and this. My name this and this. I'll be happy to serve you. This your fee. Here your ticket. Give me your keys. So I'm greeting the vehicle, and I'm still sitting there. I was like, dang, homie, you still going for a minute now. Like what? Like, okay. So, and it's not like it's been a 5-minute window. It's like after I greet the second car, third car pulled up. So I immediately started greeting them. And as I'm greeting them, I went back to the stand. I grabbed my ticket, and my phone started ringing. So I look at the caller ID. It's him. He calling. So I was like, all right, cool. So as I'm walking up to the customer, I started greeting. I answered the phone, and this man's reaction almost made me bust out laughing in this person's face. But I pick up the phone. I'm over here greeting, and this man just yells in my ear, "Bruh, I'm on the highway with this dude's car." My eyes, my eyes opened up so wide. I felt like a deer in headlights. My eyes opened up. I was say, "You what?" He said, "I'm on the highway with this man's car. These niggas out here driving crazy. I'm scared." And I was like, "Dog, hold on." So I hurry up, greet this man. I say, "Hey, here you ticket. Give me your keys." So I jumped in the vehicle. I think it was a Cadillac at the time. So I jumped in this nice Cadillac, bro. Windows was up, and I busted out laughing. I'm talking about tears. I was in tears. And he's like, "Bro, it's like, what? I don't know what to do." I was like, "Bro, what you mean you don't know what to do?" I was like, "No, just get off at the next exit." I said, "Get off at the next exit, go up to the light, make a U-turn, jump back on the highway, come back up." He's like, all right. He said, "Bro, these people out here driving crazy right now." So I was like, "Bro, just be careful, dog." So in that meantime, I didn't really pay attention who was the owner of that vehicle. But I heard somebody say, "Oh, dang, I think I forgot something in my car." I was like, "Oh, man, please don't let it be that car. Please don't let it be that car." But luckily, it wasn't. It was one of the cars that was already down there waiting to get taken up. So after that, I got off the phone with him. I started taking cars up. I said, "All right, well, he's going to be not SOL, but he's going to be MIA for a little bit now. So let me go ahead and start clearing out these cars." So I'm taking cars up while laughing, because like it's just, wow, this man really just got on a highway with this man's car. It's like that's just crazy work. So I was just like, all right, it's whatever. So I take the cars up. We come back down. Thankfully, it was the end of the rush. So I'm sitting at the stand. About 10 more minutes went by. He comes down, and he's just shaking his head. I said, "No, what happened?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "The car felt just right. I got comfortable, forgot where I was at, and I was on my way home." And I was like, "In somebody else's car?" He said, "No, I don't know. It felt like the car was my car, and I just was on my way home." He said, "I can't believe that." And so we were sitting there just laughing about it for like pretty much the whole shift after that, because we knew it wasn't on purpose. It was a true accident that happened, that he took that car out on the highway. But thankfully, he brought it back where nothing happened. And he's like, "Bro, ain't no way." And since then, he's been pretty great. But man, like the initial reaction is what really got me. It's like he called me and just didn't say hi, hello, nothing. He just went screaming, "I'm on the highway in this man's car." And it was just something I wasn't ready to hear at that moment. It caught me off guard. I almost started laughing because obviously the customer don't know what I'm hearing in my headphones. So if I would have started busting out laughing, it would have been kind of like a weird situation. Like not weird and bad, but like weird. Like okay, he laughing, but I ain't saying nothing funny. Some normal people stuff. You kind of like side. I'm like, all right, you weird, so I'm gonna bounce type deal. But I kept it cool until I got back in that car. Then I'll start busting out laughing. I was like, dog. Oh boy, that was just a good day right there. And then after that, we finished out the rest of the day, brought all the cars back, made out with some good money, and we went on from there. I mean, and after that, I worked with him a couple more times, and then the rest is history. So I mean, the last couple times I've seen him now, I mean, he was there, but I think he's moved on now, so far as I know of. So I'm not too sure about everything on that, but I was just one story I just wanted to share with y'all. I mean, it's been years now since it happened, so I figured it's alright. And not a lot of people that's probably there probably know who I'm talking about, unless they're like the OGs or something. And even then, the OGs, I mean, they all gone, knowing them. So, but besides that, I hope you enjoyed this story time. I might have sounded like I was a little bit all over the place, but I try to tell the story as best I can. So, hopefully, I'm not the only one telling stories. Hopefully, I can get the rest of them to start telling stories as well, and we can probably start something good off of this, since it's hard to get everybody together nowadays, man. Cause that's how life is sometimes. But other than that, this is Dev, Mr. DEV. I'm out.